Welcome to Creative Tien channel. Today I'm going to machine knit a cardigan, and for this cardigan I try to avoid any neck shaping. You can see the construction here. I have the sleeve continuously to the neck, so there's no curve in this cardigan. We have two front pieces with angle on one side, so you only have to do decrease on one side. For the back piece, it's basically combined of the two front pieces, but I want to add a little bit piece in the back neck area. So I will just continue increase a little bit, maybe half of the row number of this triangle piece. So it's a little bit higher here. And I add extra pieces on the sides, so it's more three-dimensional. Here I have extra 10 stitches on the side. I'm using the Sportswear yarn tension 9, and the swatch is about 5 rows and 4 stitches per inch. For this style, the sleeve will have to be a little bit loose, so it's not too tight. But for the lower part of the sleeve, I want it a little bit narrower, so it fits better. So that's my chart. This is the bottom of the sleeve. And I have 2 extra pieces. That's the bottom of the sleeve. It will match the sides of the main piece. And since we have 10 stitches on each side, here I have 5 on each side, so when you connect to a circle, it will be 10 stitches. And you can decide how long you want it to be. That's this part. And you can increase evenly to make it 5 stitches here. I want to keep it a little bit shorter because I think it's already kind of wide on the top. It will look better when it's a little bit short. So you make 2 pieces of the sleeves, and then we assemble it together. We sew up the sides and the side seams, and then we can add the ribbon, and you can also add the buttons. For the ribbon, I will try to do machine knitting on my Brother 260 bulky knitting machine with a ribber, or you can use standard gauge knitting machine with a ribber. Or if you don't have that, you can also just hand knit, pick up stitches and hand knit 1 by 1, 2 by 2, or 1 by 2. It's up to you. And for this video, I'm just going to do the part 1. I will knit up all the pieces, and in the next video I will start to assemble it and add the ribbon. I start with the back piece and start by casting on 80 stitches. So that's from left 40 to the right 40, and set tension to number 9. The yarn I'm using is a KnitPicks upcycled alpaca blend Sportswear yarn. It's 100 grams each with 273 yards. It's very good value, and the yarn is very soft, but it's hard to pick the exact color because you have to order online. So I do my usual E-rub cast on, hand my weight, and start knitting for 50 rows. After 50 rows, I start to bind off 10 stitches on each side. Make sure you place some weights after you bind off. And we can continue to the decreasing part to make the triangle shape. For decreasing, I use 3 prong to make a full fashion decrease. And I do both sides at the same time, and then knit 1 row. And then just keep repeating, decrease on each side, and knit 1 row. That creates a triangle shape. So we keep going until 4 stitches left. My counter is showing 78 rows now. And we want to continue increase for the little upside down triangle piece on the back of the neck. To increase, I simply pick up the horizontal bar at the end stitch and hand it to the empty needle. And then knit 1 row. And just keep repeating that. Increase 1 stitch and knit 1 row. After about 15 rows, just bind off. And that's our back piece. For the 2 front pieces, we start from the bottom up, cast on 30 stitches, and knit 50 rows. And then we can start decreasing, but we only decrease on one side. So we decrease 1 stitch at a time and then knit 1 row, decrease 1 stitch and knit 1 row. And just keep repeating that until around 3 stitches left and then bind off. And the other front piece is the same way, but we decrease from the other side so it will be symmetrical. Since we decrease the first one from the left side, the second piece we decrease from the right side. And then bind off the last 3 stitches. That's 2 front pieces. And this is the back piece. Next we'll do the sleeves. For the sleeves, we start from the bottom up and cast on 60 stitches first and start increasing. I have around 30 rows for the sleeve length, so I need to increase 5 stitches on each side evenly. So every 6 rows I increase 1 stitch on each side. And after that, we bind off 5 stitches on each side. You might need to knit 1 or 2 extra rows so the carriage will be on the proper side so you can bind off that side. After bind off, we have 60 stitches left and we'll just knit 40 rows and bind off. That's our sleeve. And we repeat again to make 2 sleeves. So that's how I knit up all the pieces. You can do all that in one day. It doesn't take that long with a knitting machine. And we'll continue in the next video for finishing up the ribbing and sewing together. Thank you for watching and see you next time.